tools here. All of our tools. So this is the VTech. This is the medium tall tire repair kit. Will it fit? Oh, it's made for it. It's perfect. Tire repair kit's in there. Now tires, that's going to be our main problem that we're going to be dealing with. So this is going to be a plug kit. I'll be able to, I showed this to you guys the other day. I would highly recommend you have one of these in your rig. This is made by Blackjack. This is the best one. And this is professional homeowner grade. It's going to have everything you need in there to plug a tire. Multiples. This will last you a long time. Have that kit, because that's going to fix most of your problems. Of course, you're going to have a spare, and the tools that came with your rig, make sure that those are in there. So next to that, I have onboard air in my compressor, an ARB air compressor that will pump up to 100 PSI. And these are the air hoses. My truck is so long, the way I mounted the air compressor, it's up in the engine compartment, that the ARB hose wouldn't reach the passenger's rear tire. Now, in an emergency, if you had to, you could take the tire off and rotate it, but that would be a tremendous amount of waste of time. So I ordered a second piece. These are really nice. They're heat rated. It's important. Those little air compressors get very hot, and it has a clip-on mount. These are all the stuff is Australian, very good quality, quick attaches, and having onboard air is a big deal. Why? Well, because by lowering the pressure of your tires, it will increase your traction greatly. If you get stuck in the sand, mud, snow, and you just can't go, drop that down 10, 15 PSI, you'll get out. And this way you're able to air back up. So very handy. So I got a second one so I could reach all 4 tires. So we have to deal with this. So this is going to be, this toolkit is heavy on the tire repair and inflation. And then this is a deflator. An excellent tool and worth every penny. This is an ARB deflator, and on the last video when I showed you guys how you could pull the Schrader valve out to get the pressure, well, a lot of you said, well, what if you lose that? Yeah, you can lose that. It's very dangerous. So this contains it. So you thread this on there, and then you take the valve stem out, and it captures it in here, and then you just pull this out and just let it go down to the pressure that you want. A very, very, very excellent and well-made tool. So this is an ARB tire deflator. I do that so many times. I cannot tell you the times it saved me being able to lower the pressure on the tires. So that kit, that's going to go in that kit right there. And I have the tool roll. Would the tool roll fit in there, or does it need to fit in there? The tool roll kind of is standalone, in my opinion. Well, definitely it would fit in there. Let me rearrange here a little bit, see if I can tighten up those cords a little bit. All right, gentlemen, next up is electronics. So here's the problem that I run into. Having things spread out in different locations, and it doesn't do you any good to have an ACR or a Garmin Direct when it's in your survival bag on your snow bike when you need it in your truck. And so trying to manage all these things and trying to remember, did I grab my ACR? Did I grab my comms? When it's spread all around is becoming a huge, or a headlamp, for example. You got nice headlamps, but they're tucked away in a motorcycle backpack where you can't use them. I mean, I don't know about you, but I can't deal with having multiples of everything. It's too costly and it's too difficult to keep track of. So the concept is all these things have similarities. I'm going to need this on the snow bike. I'm going to need comms might need comms on the snow bike. I'm going to need this on the snow bike, but I also might need it in the truck. So to have it in a compact bag where you can grab it and it can go right into the tunnel bag, it can go right into the backpack on a dirt bike, it can go into Mrs. W's car, it's going to be one and done, and it's always going to be there. So what are the things that we're going to need in that? So first off, these are all the things that are going to have to kind of manage with batteries. So let's go over the things, pick out what we're going to actually need to have in here and what redundancy we can kind of take out and use maybe somewhere else or just put away for a spare. Let's start with communication. What communicates here? Well, we can narrow that down to these items right here, okay? Man, having batteries or having radios, this little radio kit is the business. I put this together years ago, and I cannot tell you how handy this is. All it is, it's a small little voodoo bag. And I think I think this is still available. I'll put a link to this in the description. It's a small voodoo bag I got on Amazon, and it's perfect fit for 3 Baofangs. These are all programmed together. All our radios are all programmed together, and these are spares. And what I find is guys never have radios, or if they do have one, it's not on the right frequency. And this I can just hand it over to them and have it. How nice would it be if you broke down and had to go hike out and your family's in the car to be able to be in touch with them if you're in an area with no cell coverage or cells down? This is a very good kit. You've got your 3 antennas in there. You just screw them on there. I keep an extra charger, even just one charger in there. You know, you can charge that with the inverter on your truck, and it all fits in there. If you do it like this here, it all fits in there very nicely. So I use this all the time. So this is kind of its own deal. And it has its own rechargeable batteries. This is a one and done. There's 3 radios in there, and 3 is a good number. 2 is sometimes not enough, but 3 is always enough. So we have that. That takes care of communication. ACR. ACR is a satellite communicator. This is commercial grade. You have to register this with the federal government annually, but you flip up this antenna. You've all seen it before, right? And this is marine grade here. And push the button in clear sky, and help will come. That will contact search and rescue through the database. Also, it will contact all of your loved ones, because when you fill out for the license, you have to put all those contact numbers on there. There's no annual subscription to this. It's a one-time deal. And ACR. So I also carry a Garmin. This is the same thing, but this gives me the ability to text. I can text Mrs. W. So when I go off on my big adventures on my dirt bike or snow biking, I start this, and Mrs. W gets a ping every 10 minutes, and she can see my location. And there's an SOS feature if I get in trouble, and that I'll be able to text back and forth with her. What good is it to have these stuck in a snow bike bag or a backpack somewhere when you need it in your truck? So these things all need to be together. This is the communication device. Now everything that I'm going to spec out here is going to run on AA batteries. I learned that from wildland firefighting. These are the best headlights you can get, in my opinion. These are the Diamond, Black Diamond, is it the Icon? It's got a 4 battery pack in the back. You run lithiums in here. Look at that, 4 batteries. These things are super bright, and you can almost drive by them. You can definitely ride a motorcycle by them. And they have a feature where you can lock it. So this will come on and ruin your battery. You got battery level indicator there, which is super nice, but if you double press these, when you get that blue flash, now it's locked. So no matter what presses on that, it's not going to run your batteries down. So I have a pair of these. But again, I've been having these in our packs and not, on the bikes, and when you need them, you don't have them. So this needs to be part of the kit as well. Now there's enough batteries here to fill this, and fill this right here, right there. So this is a Streamlight. This is the Survivor. Excellent. Takes 4 batteries, super tough, good value. This is the last flashlight you'll ever buy. It's got the clamshell, takes the 4 batteries in there, and these are excellent. This is a really good one to put on the road. It'll stand up, you can clip it on things. I'm a big fan of these Survivor lights. So this is a complete battery change here for all of these. 12 batteries, lithium. In the Tools Aviation cases, these are excellent. What I do is just a little trick. They have a little hole there for the positive side. If, let's say you have batteries that still have a charge in them, but maybe you aren't 100%, but you don't want to throw them away, I'll flip them, put them around backwards. That way I know it's not 100%, but it still is usable if you wanted to throw it in a remote control or something. So just so you don't, just not to be wasteful. So love these. Tools Aviation. Also in electronics is going to be jump pack kit. Now, I think it's kind of important to have this in a separate kit, because these are things that need a little bit of maintenance. You have to keep up on the charge. You have to make sure you keep up on these and plug things in. And you know how it is. You don't want to just bury them somewhere where they're not going to be there when you need them. This needs to be charged. So also in this kit, I'm going to have the jump cables, obviously, for battery, 110 adapter for USB for whatever your phone is, Apple, Android, USB-C, all of the proper cables, all just keep them in that bag. So this stuff needs to be kind of all together. And then this little guy is you can charge your phone in an emergency with one of the AA batteries. And there's the suitable adapters, Lightning and USB-C and USB right there. So that will go in there as well. So what we need to determine, well, here's the head strap for the mount. I don't usually run that, but if you want to, you can. I've got these two that we're kicking around there, extra GPSs. Don't need them. It's a little bit redundant. The phone is pretty good now. We have all of this. That's 3. So I'm going to put these out of it. Drone, that's going to be more on the tactical side. I'm not going to leave that in the vehicle. We'll address that next. So let's find a suitable bag for this kit. For our Vertex bags, I've got 4 left. I've got a couple of coaxial bags. Let's start with the biggest one. Do we need one this big? This one's actually kind of nice. This is a small tool bag. Which one is this? This is the VTech. It says medium tool bag, and it has multiple compartments. Since this stuff is so fidgety, or so many little things, maybe this little bag, this would be good for comms, but it's a little bit too small for everything, and I'd rather have everything kind of in one bag. Maybe. This is a little bit taller one, kind of a lunch bag. I wonder if the radio bag might even fit in the bottom of that. You know, that's pretty good right there. Because this right here, all of this would fit in my tunnel bag on the bikes. Or I could take this out. And then the other one we have, this one's pretty nice too. This is an easy one to stow. It's got one divider in it. This is the VTech medium flat. Medium flat is pretty good as well. We could do comms on one side. Yeah, these are really great bags, but no dividers for the cables. I kind of like having all the cables, like all this stuff. Like I'm going to keep all this stuff in, even in the dirt bike and the snow bike bags. There's nothing here that I'm not going to take except for maybe this. You know, these radios, usually I hand these out in case somebody doesn't have one. I'm not going to take this. This might just kind of stay in the center compartment because I grab that all the time. Or there's this one. This one is, which one is this one? This is the VTech bag. This has a couple dividers in it, and it's padded. Ooh. With multiple, you're right in the rain in there, multiple sleeves. That would be good for cables and such. But kind of small.